Alright, welcome back everyone. My name is Major Wolf, and I did a lot of work. So, a lot has happened, and I want to talk about it. So, for those of you who may or may not have been watching this, um, may be wondering, why haven't you uploaded in a while? And I blame Microsoft, mostly. So as everyone knows, Microsoft is trying to switch Minecraft over onto their own store. So they've made their own launcher. The problem with this is I can't download the launcher. Like, I went to go do it, and because I got a notification when I went to record the last time that I misread as saying that I couldn't play the game until I got the launcher, which annoyed me, but I was like, alright, I'll go download the launcher and play something else in the interim. I had that thing saying it was pending download for like 6 hours. 6 or 8 hours. So basically, by the time I dropped my little brother off at school, came home, and then had to leave to go pick him up after school again. Like, I haven't played Minecraft since the last time we recorded until today. And so, because of that, and because of other reasons, I think I'm going to end up changing my place, my recording sessions a little bit. I don't think I'm going to sit down and record enough content for maybe 3 or 4 videos. One is because I sometimes run out of things to talk about, or I forget to talk. And I know that can be annoying to watch sometimes, and I don't want to have to sit there and cut out, like 30 minutes of me forgetting I'm recording and forgetting that I should be talking. The other aspect as to why I'm thinking of changing up how I record is because of my mom. So my mom started going back into the office to work because her job kind of forced everyone to. And she had been going 2 days a week, every week, which worked out for me because I was like, sweet, I can use that time. I'm the only person in the house. I don't have to risk her accidentally echoing, customer sensitive information up the stairs. I can, tune it out, but the likelihood that I'd have to cut out so much content just to make sure she doesn't get in trouble with her job was too much for me to want to deal with. And so I decided the best way to do that was either wait until everyone was asleep and not be able to talk loud enough for me to be understandable, as you could probably tell from the first episode of the series. That was recorded when I was the only person up at 12 o'clock. For me to speak loud enough to be picked up on the camera legibly, I'd have to be practically shouting. At least it sounds like I'm shouting to me. But that's also because the room I'm in is ginormous because it's the living room, the dining room, and the hallway and the stairs. It's a ginormous room, and this house is kind of small as it is, and I don't have anywhere where I can just sit down, record quietly without disturbing everyone else, because this is the only computer that can run Minecraft that I have access to. So I can't really record at night because I might wake people up. It's also, I guess you could say, partially a confidence thing. I'm not really comfortable with people sitting there hearing my recording sessions. Recording sessions, sorry. Speaking's hard. But, yeah. So, the only other way is to wait for a new schedule, which is no longer 2 days a week every, week, which it's now been reduced down to 1 day a week every 2 weeks. One day of the week every 2 weeks. And that's going to make recording a bit harder. But there's also another reason. If I am lucky, I'm going to be getting a job soon. I'm actually doing this before calling the place, because apparently after I put in the application, the person wanted me to call, but never told my brother, who was my contact with them, that that's what he wanted me to do. I just assumed they'd call me like immediately, so none of us would be waiting. But I was wrong with that, apparently. And so was everyone else in my family. We all thought that that's what was going to happen. I don't know why they didn't just call me, but it's whatever. If I can get the job, it's really a non-issue. It's more confusing than anything. But if I get the job, it will be most likely a full-time job, which would reduce my ability to record even more. But in the event I do get the job, I'm hoping eventually I can start gearing myself towards getting my own place. I don't think this job will get me enough money that I can essentially sustain myself. But I want to start looking towards that. Something I've always been interested in is learning stocks. I started doing that in high school, but I ended up stopping due to the fact that the teacher that was teaching it only taught it for half a semester, and I stopped looking into it because I was looking into YouTube and getting a stable job so I could get income in, because the few times I've looked into stocks, it's been a nightmare to get into, and you need like a lot of money to get started. Now, that may not be the actual case, that just might be the case with where I was looking, but yeah. So I'm hoping to be able to at some point diversify my income enough that I can get enough extra income coming in that I can start gearing towards being self-sufficient and maybe look towards being able to do Minecraft, or not Minecraft, but YouTube or like Twitch streaming a bit more often. But that's gonna have to wait for a bit. Now, that's not going to say I'm going to stop recording entirely. I will try to do my best to keep recording this because I don't want to like lose out on this adventure I've gone on. I still want to achieve all those goals, and finally overcome this challenge that I've placed upon myself. Stupid squid. So if you've been paying attention and you've liked what I've done so far, don't worry, I'm not going to give it up entirely. It's probably just going to be coming out slower. So I'll probably do recordings of updates and basically show you what I've done so far like this, and then tell you what my goals are to try and accomplish before the next recording. And maybe give updates on whether or not I can go back to recording a bit or not. Where am I time-wise? Alright. So that's where I'm at right now. I don't really have the ability to promise to keep recording, the same way I had been recording before, because it's slowly becoming no longer an option. And there's also the fact that I don't feel like I'm recording efficiently. I feel like I require more than I'm capable of utilizing. And that part of that's because of time, part of that's because of money, and part of that's just I don't have access to the resources I personally feel like I require. Now, I could be wrong. I've done well thus far without them, but part of me is always going to believe that I'm not really living up to my recording potential. So I eventually want to be able to correct that, just for my own benefits. But that being said, let's get into the Minecraft aspect of this video and less complaining about real life. So, as you can see, I no longer have my little hut. I broke it down to flatten it. So this is the level I want pretty much my main base of operations to be on. I'm going to go through, get rid of the sand, get rid of the sandstone, the regular stone, and all the other crap over there, and fill it in with dirt, which means I'm going to probably go through so many more shovels. I think I've gone through like nearly 20 stone shovels. And that's only because I hit sandstone and regular stone and needed to start going through pickaxes. I've gone through like 4 of those. But yeah, another thing that I've started to notice, and these squid are fucking suicidal. So I'm hoping that I can rectify this by deepening uh the river here. Maybe bring this down a block or two and lower all of this down, which is going to be a pain in the ass. To be fair, do I need to do this? Probably not. But like, I don't want to like come out and find like 50 things of ink sacs. That's the word I was looking for. Ink sac. Another thing I'm going to have to do is this monstrosity. I don't know if I'm going to turn like it into a hill of like dirt or something. I'll probably take out this bottom layer and turn it into normal sand. And then just sort of step up so that, you know, it's not this boom, flat, looks like it was cut out by improper chunk loading. Another thing is I'm probably going to have to push back that area because I want more space, which means I'm going to be taking out most of the river. And I'm going to be pushing this out a little, flattening off. I haven't completely determined how I'm going to do that. Because I think the river, yeah, the river ends here, so I might just fill in the river here. Maybe cut off part of the river and turn that into like a fishing hole or something. Because that's something I don't do often, is fish. But just to give you guys an idea of how much sand I've dug up. Yeah. I'm well into I've completely filled up half of this chest, which means the single chest would be full. This second chest is purely because I thought I was going to be digging up so much sand that I filled this completely and need somewhere to overflow. I also have mined up a frick ton of sandstone. Now, some of this is from my house. Brain fart. Sorry. And then, you know, this is the cobblestone that was left over mostly from digging that shit up. Now, as you saw, I have coal and iron. You're like, that's weird. Why do you have that? Or there's some stuff like over here? Not nearly that much. These are the only ores I've found thus far, and those are going to be mined soon. I actually came over here to mine out some stone, and I was like, you know, I'm gonna grab the resources. This was a result of me digging up the coal that was right here. That leads to another thing on the surface, and I need to be careful. It goes down further. I don't know how much further, and I don't plan on finding out anytime soon. My other reason for coming down here is lighting this place up. And so I ended up getting a bunch of coal and some iron. I lost a piece because I thought I was over it and was trying not to go into lava, and I ended up dropping it in the lava. So, yeah. I've decided to leave this here. Unfortunately, when I logged out, the glow squid disappeared. Or despawned. So, yeah. That's unfortunate, because I found out they drop glowing ink sacs, and that can be used for stuff like signs and shit. But that's okay. Freaking! I swear, these squids should stay down there. No, they keep trying to come on land. Like, most of the ink sacs in this chest are just pickups from the suicidal squid. I've also been fishing like this. But yeah, and I can hear that there's definitely a cave over here. Another reason why I don't want to live over there is I don't want to hear that, and I don't want to risk the thing saying you can't sleep right now because there are monsters around. And they're like 4 blocks under me. In the ground. That's happened before. And then I subsequently died to a skeleton because I didn't have any armor. Bunny! Careful. Yeah, I've been mostly going around picking up the cactus. Mostly for my sake. So I don't kill myself accidentally. Because, after the humiliation of the magma cube, I realized when it killed me I kept calling it a magma slime because that's technically what it is, but its name is magma cube. Yeah, well, shit happens. But yeah, so my next main goal is to continue the terraforming. I probably won't have an official house for a while, which is why I'm keeping my bed on me. That was also one of the reasons why I decided to just remove the house, because 1, it was getting in the way, and 2, running back to my house in order to go to sleep was becoming a bit of hassle. And so I decided to keep my bed with me. Yeah. I probably won't do anything with clay, just due to the fact that... Oh. So that's where I got the bone meal from. Okay, I didn't know salmon dropped that. I was trying to make room in my chest. You know what? Cause I'm tempted to just like make a shit ton of glass, cause you know, desert. I have a shit ton of sand, but I'm going to refrain purely because I want to sorry. I feel like I'm about to sneeze, but it doesn't want to. So because I'm decided to live in the desert biome, um, I've decided I want to use sandstone, something I don't generally use as my primary building material. That would look really fucking bland. I realize, so I'm thinking of utilizing regular stone, or maybe cobblestone, some variation of stone, in order to give it a bit more color and contrast. I don't know how that would end up working out for me, but you know, I made a staircase. Oh fuck, my little brain goblin just took over there. Sorry. uh yeah. So those are kind of my plans. Of course, I'm going to have to go underground and dig up a crap ton of stone in order to do that. The other option I have is oak. Oak wood. I used oak wood logs before as a, you know, I guess accent piece. I don't know. I don't know the technical terms for looking pretty. Making things look pretty. You don't look pretty. You look absolutely disgusting. You were a terrible idea. Terrible. Then that just looks horrifying. That reminds me of the illithid from D&D, the mind flares. You know, in real life, I don't actually like fish. I don't like seafood. Fun fact. I think seafood tastes bad, and I really don't like salmon. But my mother loves salmon. Actually, the thing I really don't like is tuna. I think tuna was the worst decision humanity has ever made in the aspects of fish. Tuna should have stayed in the ocean. Permanently. It is disgusting. It is not the chicken of the sea, it is the garbage dump of the sea, and humans have tricked themselves into liking it. And I am one of the few who have realized, like beer, it is actually disgusting and not good. And the only reason people like it is peer pressure. I'm convinced. The only thing I hate more than an acacia wood in Minecraft is tuna. Which is actually kind of funny because, you know, for the longest time, I hated chickens. I hated chickens. I would kill chickens whenever they were around because they'd make this like weird ticking noise whenever they were around, and I hated it. Which is one of the reasons why I love playing modded Minecraft, because I don't remember what the mod is, but they have like a noise canceller. Sorry. And I hated making chicken farms for eggs and shit because, you know, that ticking noise would bother me. So I would, you know, make the farm underground and I put the noise canceller on it. It was beautiful. I'm fairly certain I locked that server down just because of how many chickens I had. I'd occasionally just grab a stack of eggs and spawn in more chickens. But yeah. Alright, I have been talking nonsense and in circles, running in circles for like 30 minutes. This has probably been the most boring episode I have ever made. I apologize, but this is more of an update video, so I wanted to just let you guys know what's going on. That being said, remember my buttons. I've been Major Wolf. This has been my hardcore Minecraft series update. Update 1, I guess. I'm hoping I don't have to do a lot of these. I may go several more weeks. I don't know. I may end up playing, because I didn't like playing on days I was recording, but since I'm going to be doing update videos a bit more than, actual Minecraft stuff, I might just work on this on my non-recording days, just so we can get somewhere. I'm in a funny mood today. That might just be because I got proper sleep. And by proper sleep, I just mean I got more sleep than I normally do. But I've been Major Wolf. Thank you for listening if you've made it to the end of the video. I hope you all have a wonderful fucking day. And goodbye.